So listen, we are discussing thermal stress. Thermal stress is nothing but, so before this class we had already discussed about the when is heating, when the body is heating it is expanding, when the body is cooling it is contracting. So when both sides, so we are considering a rod, the rod length is L, so the both ends are fixed with a rigid support. It is a rigid support, okay, and other end also is fixed with a rigid support. Rigid support, and here also a rigid support. Both sides connect with rigid support. So when the external forces is applied, so when the external forces is applied on the rod, what happens? The rod acquires compressive strain. So it is compressed is nothing but it is contracted. So compressive strain due to the external forces provided by the rigid support at the both ends. So the corresponding stress set up in the rod, okay, corresponding stress is set up in the rod is called the thermal stress. So here, due to the thermal strain, so it is compressive, it is contracted. So compressibility is delta L. So then here the thermal stress is nothing but the rod acquires a compressive strain due to the external forces provided by the rigid support, at the ends, okay, the corresponding stress setup in the rod is called as thermal stress. Okay, here the thermal stress is nothing but, so when compressive strain is acquires of the rod due to the external forces, the external forces is applied, so provided actually when the temperature is increases of the rod, actually there is no supports, so what happens? It is expanding, but the temperature is increases, the two sides are fixed with rigid support, so compressive strain, a lateral strain is happened, compressive strain is acquires of this rod, then the corresponding stress set up in the rod is called the thermal stress. Okay, here L is the initial length of this rod, and here compressive stress compressive strain equals to change in length divided by initial length. We know that the equation number 1. So we know that the Young modulus y equals to, so stress divided by strain. So this is compressive strain. So from this equation, thermal strain equals to Young modulus into compressive strain, okay, equals to, so y into compressive strain equation from the equation number 1 is delta L by L. So this is equation number 2. Okay, already we know that the linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion alpha L equals to, so delta L by initial length into delta T. So from this equation, delta L by L equals to alpha L into delta T. So this is equation number 3. Okay, equation number 3 is substitute in equation number 2. So then we can write thermal stress equals to y Young modulus y into alpha L into delta T. So this is the thermal stress. So stress is nothing but force by area. Okay, the external force is applied. So thermal stress is nothing but change in the force, that is force by area equals to y alpha L into delta T. Okay, so here force F equals to area of the rod A into y alpha L into delta T. So this is the external force. So how much external force? The external force F equals to area of the rod, Young modulus of this rod. So what is the material? And alpha L is linear, coefficient of linear expansion of the rod, and change in the temperature is a delta T. So this is the expression for the thermal stress and the external force. So next topic is anomalous behavior of water. So what is anomalous behavior? Already we know that most of the materials, that is liquids, solids and gases, so whatever it may be, so when it is expand on heating, okay, and contract on cooling, okay, expand on heating, steel, copper, brass, so like that materials, and some of the fuels and gases, all gases are expand on heating, contract on cooling. So but the water, okay, water is exhibit an anomalous behavior. It contracts on heating between 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, so when the water is heating from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, then it is contract. Actually, when temperature is increases of any object, that is solid, liquid and gases, so temperature is increases, it is expanding. So but here from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, it is not expanded, so it is contracted. Okay, the water is contracting. So water is contracting, then its volume is decreasing. So here, so when it is cooling, when the water is cooling, what happens from 100 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius? When the water is cooling, it is contracting. So when 4 degrees Celsius to it is cooling, water is cooling below 4 degrees Celsius. So below 4 degrees Celsius, the volume is increases. Volume increases is nothing but it is not contracting, it is expanding. Okay, volume is increases, and therefore the density is increases. So density D equals to, so mass by volume, we know that. So when below 4 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, when it is cooling, water is cooling from 4 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, what happens? Volume is increases, density is decreases. Density is decreases. Okay, volume is increases, then density is decreases. Such type of behavior, such type of behavior is called the anomalous behavior of water. So why it is happens? So we can draw a graph. So temperature on x-axis and volume, we have taken volume on y-axis. Okay, so this temperature is 5, then 10, 15, 20 like this. So volume into 10 power minus 3 we have taken for 1 kilogram. At 4 degrees Celsius, so it is minimum, and it is when temperature is increases, volume also increases like this. So but 4 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius to it is decrease the temperature, so it is not contracting, it is expanding. Expanding is nothing but the volume is also increases. Again we are plotting on x-axis. We have taken temperature. Okay, it is in degrees Celsius. Density we have taken density on y-axis. Okay, it is 0. The temperature is 4, so 5, 10, 15, like that. Okay, the density volume is at 4 degrees Celsius is minimum. At 4 degrees Celsius it is maximum. The density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, so when it is heating, it is decreases, density is decreases. And it is cooling also, density is decreases. Okay, cooling, so it is increases the volume and decrease the density. So when at 4 degrees Celsius to maximum temperature is increases, what happens? It is increase the volume, and what happens? It is decrease the density. So the graphs is like that. So we are consider, so it is a vessel in lakes. So we have taken the water. For example, it is a pond or a lake or a river, so like that. Okay, so some water is taken in the vessel. Okay, it is surrounding, okay. Actually normal temperature is 27 degrees Celsius of the atmosphere. In winter season, what happens? In winter season the temperature is decreases. When the temperature is decreases, what happens? At the top layer the temperature also is decreases. Okay, top layer temperature is decreases. So when the temperature is decreases, okay, from 27 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, okay, temperature is decreases, what happens? The top layer particles, water particles or water molecules, okay, volume is, when the temperature is decreases, temperature is decreases is nothing but it's cooling, it is contracted. Okay, volume is decreases, density is increase. When the density is increase, what happens? The particles is going to sink bottom, it sinks, and the water molecules, okay, the water molecules is going upper side. So below the water particles are density is more, so density is less, so it is moving upward direction. So like that up to 4 degrees Celsius, okay, up to 4 degrees Celsius it is continuous process. When the temperature is decreases, so then the particles, water particles or water molecules density is more, okay, volume is decreases, nothing but the density is increases. The density, okay, higher density particles is sinks and lower density particles as rises upward direction. So the total temperature, okay, the total temperature of this water is up to, it is process is going on up to 4 degrees Celsius. at 4 degrees Celsius to 3.9 degrees Celsius. So top of the layer particles, okay, top of the layer particles are when the temperature is decreases from 4 degrees Celsius to 3.9 degrees Celsius. What happens? It not contracting, it is expanding. Expanding is nothing but the volume is increasing. When the volume is increasing, density is decreases. When the density is decreases, it is not sinks. Okay, the water molecules is not sinks, it is floating on the surface. Okay, like the floating of the surface is on the surface, okay, top of the surface, and it is cooling and cooling at 0 degrees Celsius. Only top of the molecules, okay, top of the molecules are, it is converted ice, and below water molecules it is in liquid state. So this such type of behavior is called the anomalous behavior of water. So inside is consist aqueous plants and aqueous animals like fishes. Okay, it is live continuously, and ice is consist, okay, ice is not transfer the heat. So then the water molecules is continuous at liquid. So only top layer is converted ice. Now we are discussing applications of thermal expansion. Some applications, so with using of thermal expansion is nothing but, so when the body expands, the body is expands on heating, body is contract on cooling. Okay, most of the properties there, most of the materials. So here applications of thermal expansion, here the first one is when the rails, between the rails a gap is left to allow their expansion in summer. In railway track, the rails is like here, some gaps are between, it is left between the rails, okay, like here on railway track. So the gap is left because in summer season the rails are expanded, so like some expansion, so without left the gap, what happens? The rail is like here, it is fixed both ends, it is continuously. So without gap, what happens? So both ends is fixed. So when in summer season the temperature is increases up to 50 degrees Celsius. When the temperature is increases, when the left when there is no gap in between the rails, so it is bends like here, okay, the rail track is bends. When it is bends, the train will be fall in summer. So this is a one of the application. And second application in telephone wires, okay, for example, so this is the telephone poles, okay, this is the one pole, so it is another pole. So it is the telephone wires is connected between the two poles is loosely. So because in winter season it is contracting, I tightened it. So when there is no loosely connected, so when it is tightly connected in summer season, in winter season it is contracted and cutted between the poles. So due to this reason, the telephone wires is connected between the poles is connected loosely. And third one, so we are concrete roads, okay, in the villages, and concrete roads are in between the some part of the road, so the gap is left, so like the gap is left on concrete road. So because of in summer season, okay, in summer the thermal expansion of this concrete, so it is expanded like here, some expansion is here, there is no gaps, what happens, it cracks. So therefore the concrete roads in between certain parts left the gaps. So this is the one of the application. And fourth one, a chimney is so we have taken a glass chimney. So when a glass chimney is like here, the temperature is increases. A glass chimney, it is here, so like so it is fires, after is fires, so it is providing the light and heat. When it is heated, it is provide the temperature, so when it is heated, surrounding the glass also is heated. So when a water drop, okay, for example, it is at 100 degrees Celsius, the glass is at 100 degrees Celsius. When a water drop is falls on at a place, what happens, it is broken, because uneven expansion, uneven contracting this glass, then it is broken. So the test tubes are made with Pyrex glass or quartz glass, okay. The test tubes in chemical labs, the test tubes are heated. So the Pyrex glass is consist only alpha L equals to coefficient of linear expansion is very low, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 for degree Celsius, for degree Kelvin, or for degree Celsius. And quartz glass also, it is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 for degree Celsius. So then Pyrex glass or quartz glass is used to made up of these test tubes, okay, without broken. And fifth one, here the application of thermal expansion, so biometallic strips, so it is, we have bimetallic strips. Bimetallic strips is nothing but, so here one metal strip is connected with another metal strip, okay, two are same length and same width but different materials. So for example, this is brass material, so this is iron material. Okay, two strips are connected, so equal length and equal width, so equal area, so it is connected one by one, so it is called the bimetallic strips. So when it is heated, what happens? The brass is consist, okay, the brass is consist more linear, coefficient of linear expansion, so it is very fastly converted as a concave shape, convex shape. So it is, so for example, this is iron strip, okay, this is iron strip, iron, so it is consist, iron is 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 for degree Kelvin, coefficient of linear expansion, and brass is consist 1.8, okay, it is 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 5 for degree Kelvin, I think. So it is different expansions, okay, 1.8, so it is brass, so it is more coefficient of linear expansion, more coefficient of linear expansion, then so it is bends like, the strip is bends like here, the brass is bends after cooling, so it is same position, so it is called the bimetallic strips. This type of bimetallic strips are used in automatic refrigerator, automatic iron boxes, this type of formula is used. So this is one of the application of thermal expansion. Next, pendulum clocks. Pendulum clocks, okay, pendulum clocks are like here, so this is the clock, okay, 12, 3, 6, 9, so it is consist like here, it is hours, it is minutes, needles, so it is consist a pendulum, so this pendulum is oscillates continuously, so it is called the pendulum clock, pendulum clock. So this pendulum clock, so already we know that the time period T equals to 2 pi into square root of L by G. So when in summer season, in summer, the length will be increased here. So the length is increased. So why? The temperature is increases, the pendulum length is increases. When the pendulum length is increases, time period is increases. Time period is increases. When time period is increases, the clock will be slow. So it is moved, the clock will be slow. So like the time period when in winter season, okay, in winter season the temperature is decreases. When the temperature is decreases, it is contracting, the pendulum length is contracting, that means the length will be decreases, length will be decreases, the time period is directly proportional, so then it is a decreases, so then it is moves fast. Okay, the pendulum clock is moves fast. Okay, so time period is decreases, so the pendulum clock is moves fast. So then, so this is decreasing and increasing of length of the pendulum due to, so this pendulum is made up of a inverse steel. Okay, the inverse steel is a alloy, so it is, the pendulum is made up of inverse steel. This inverse steel is consist very low coefficient of linear expansion. So these are the applications of thermal expansion.